Hi! Hello everyone, and welcome to the first casting video I'm doing on a Supreme Commander game between me and TitanRT. This is my first time casting, so please give me a break if I mess up a lot. It is practice for when the stream with the overall tournament that I've been talking about for a long time is coming up. This was just a little bit of practice between me and Titan. I'm pretty sure he was just messing around with me the entire time, but I was giving it the best that I could. And with that, enjoy the video. Hello everyone. We are at the first game. This is on the Open Palms map. It's a 1v1. It is me, the blue ACU, as the blue Cybran ACU, with my two little Cybran engineers, against the yellow Cybran ACU TitanRT. I'll link his description down below, with his two little engineers. Let's look at my build queue real quickly while we look at this stuff. I go land factory, then my mass first. Titan, he goes one research station. Now obviously, while I'm actually playing the game, I cannot see this. This is a replay. I set my build queue for the land factory, and I start to do the build queue for my engineer. I do 2 mass, 1 energy, generally. I'll do 2 mass, I do 3 mass this time, and then I do another energy, and then I go up here. This engineer, I normally have build mass here, and then mass here, and my ACU pushes up. Titan, he likes to do a double expansion, one wrapping around the back, and then what I've seen him do in previous games was he had this little engineer go up here, build a mass, maybe, yeah, like that, and then it expands to the left here, and he will flank on your base, when most of the time people go bottom, because it just feels better. But he taught me how to play the game, so we end up kind of having the same build. He only has 1 land factory off the start. I didn't really notice that. I threw down when I eventually did throw down my radar, I saw a minuscule amount of units compared to what I had, and I could have pushed, honestly. I thought he went air though, so he likes to hide his air instead of scouting and just surprising me with it. But he sets his build queue to come down at the bottom. His engineers are expanding like they should be. He's got energy down, probably more energy than I do, but I have my little engineer, like I said, he builds a mass, energy, mass. I'm finally about to get my first energy placed down. Yeah, I don't place any energy down at the start as early. I get my radar down and idle ACU. I'm just sitting here waiting because I just genuinely didn't know what to do. And then I push my units at the bottom in the ACU. Titan, on the other hand, moves his ACU and builds another land factory. He had the mass for it to do 2 land factory and a research station, because he still had some the starting mass stacked up from the start of the game. So you start with like a certain amount of mass, and if you build real quickly, you should be able to get 3 land factories out. The research station is about like cost of dang, I am sorry for my stuttering. It is about as cost effective as a land factory, so you got to keep that in mind when building. I'll speed this up a little bit here. He gets his units. I split him because I thought he was about to wrap around in the back here. He's got an idle engineer. I don't even think he was paying attention to that. I don't blame him though. I was advancing at some point, but my engineer is finally building in the back. I have an energy. I build this factory, which took longer than it should have. And at this point, we're just playing chicken. I throw a shield on the factory in case he tries to push me. I can hide behind the shield. I throw my ACU to build a mass. I put my ACU to build a mass, but it ends up not working. So I decide, hey, maybe I can push now. This is a big issue I have, is I suck at micromanaging units. let's slow this down here. He throws a shield on his factory. That shield comes in clutch. But I already pulled back, so it was kind of a waste of mass. It'll help for later on when I try to push again. He gets his engineer to build the core, the 4 mexes there. What I should have done was wrapped around, grab a tiny chunk of units, which if he tried to push, I would just push the rest of my units in, and then just destroy all these mexes and the engineer and the energy generators that he threw back down there. I kind of just sit here and wait. I learned to be patient in this game, but I tend to be patient at the wrong times. And he obviously has an advantage already in his economy with mass and energy because he has 3 factories down. He had a 4th one that was queued up, but he throws down his energy generator instead. I only have 3 factories, and I've thrown add-ons onto the factories, but this TML was a questionable decision, to say the least. He almost moved his units into that. That would have been devastating for him if they collided. I actually don't know how much the factory TMLs deal, how much damage they deal, but damage can happen in an area with TMLs, so if like one unit explodes, then the units around it can kind of explode too. So it takes a big hole. It puts a big hole in your units, which you do not want. I should have moved these around back here and attacked. I started my expansion, but as you see, he used the opposite engineer to do this expansion, which caused it to be a lot quicker. I have this engineer assisting the factory. I finally throw down my 4th one. He has a gantry. He already has experimentals built. I don't know this because it's outside my radar range. But yeah, so he builds the gantry. I'm not sure if he waits a little while before building a megalith, because that's normally the way you go with Cybran when you go research. You adapt to what your opponent's doing, but yeah, he builds a megalith, I'm pretty sure. Let me see, let me look inside the gantry. Yeah, that's a mega. Little, dang it, normally I can scroll in here as a joke, but yeah, you can see the anti-air that sits on the back of the megalith. But I'm getting energy down because I started to crash out on energy. I think this is when I end up researching megas. Or no, apparently not. I was building another land factory. A good idea to spend your mass so you're not wasting it is to build land factories. I see his units moving up here. I wasn't sure if he saw the little side base that I was creating, so I pushed a defense force because I needed it to defend the factory. And then they just sit there while everything else is going on, and then they move back. He kind of runs away, and I lose that tiny group of units there. I wasn't I lost 1 unit. Okay, I thought I ended up pushing and losing that small group that I sent. This is where the first mecha comes out. I get scared here. I'm nowhere near mega. He's throwing down a 2nd land gantry. Oh my god. I finally have the research to do megas. I researched nothing. I just tried to go megalith, and as proven, research stations give you a giant boost when if you want to research something real quickly. This engineer is trying to defend this poor thing for its life, the poor factory. Get the land gantry down. He's just sniping my base at this point. I try to push, pray that I can beat him, but it's in vain. I do get his mega really low though. I think, oh wait, did I kill it? Dude, 127 health, and that was my entire defense force. I lost my entire army, and at this point he can just plow through my entire base that I built over here. I was a little deficient on energy. I needed some. I moved these units that I should have had over there, which honestly, if I had done that, I wouldn't have lost the megalith. He moves his... he got jump jets. Oh, I was so cooked in this game. He gets a new mega. I forgot where he moved the old one. Hold on, give me a second while I try to find this. Okay, my bad. He didn't move the mega. It's just he healed it with his ACU, I think. Oh no, there it is. Okay, I'm blind. He healed it a bit with his ACU and an engineer maybe, and I started pushing over here, so I think he moved the megalith over there to try to combat this. My entire base is just completely gone. And this is the point where I lose and I'm basically giving up. He's targeting me specifically with his megalith. I get this megalith out, instantly spawn killed it. I gave up. I don't even know why I didn't just control K there, but I waited the game out. I'm pretty sure he just jump jets on top of my ACU. Yeah. I tried to walk away, but because I was afraid he had unit detonation, and I'm pretty sure he did, because there's no way he killed me with guns that quickly. And that was the end of game 1 out of 3. Yeah, there was no way I was winning that. Alright, here we are at game 2. Both still Cybran ACUs. Titan surprisingly was on random the entire time and still pulling Cybran. It was surprising twice in a row. He goes in Air Factory. I go the same queue, I think. He seems to generally take the same queue, just instead of research he went air. Yeah, I pulled the same queue off as the last game. Let's speed this up because we all know what the queue looks like now. And he gets an air unit and he pulls it back a little while. This is what I mean by how he toys with me with air. He could scout me, which is normally what you do when you have air, but he chose to just sit back and just watch. Thing about Cybran is they got fighter bombers. Same with Aeon. UEF is the only one that has to specifically make bombers and specifically make fighters. So, though I'm pretty sure their fighters are more agile and their bombers are quicker. I do the same route. I'm very predictable of what I'm gonna do. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, his air is just sitting there. I'm bouncing around. I notice his air here, I think, and I split my units off, so that way he doesn't destroy them. And I think what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to bring my engineer away from there, so that way he doesn't die. I could push. I don't know why I didn't. I'm patient at the wrong times, but I think he's just scouting back here so he can destroy the engineer. Yeah, I tell my engineer to run. Just forget about everything. I have an idle ACU and a ton of units I could push with, but I'm doing nothing. I could draw him, if I push, it could draw his bombers away from my back expansion. But he ends up discovering my engineer and targeting it, sadly. The poor engineer did not make it. Oh, wow. 32 health. Anyways, he bombs that, leaving me devastated. Nothing to build my little land factory I have for the future. Then he starts to bomb my rear expansion. This is why you don't want to expand in the back when your opponent goes air. That's obviously if you know your opponent goes air. You don't want to expand back there. This is when I do a land push because I realize, wait, hold up, he has air. If I just push with land, then he won't be able to win. I get adapters. It's like the best mobile anti-air in the game. The shield sucks though, unless you have like a ton of them. But I push down middle also to kind of confuse him, I guess, and like make him try to fight on two fronts with only like a few units. My adapters and shield air AA really did me well there. I'm pushing in. I should have had my ACU go out first, so that way his point defense, or not his point defense, so that way his units would target my ACU, and then my units would be able to actually attack his units while they target my ACU, kind of like this. I needed to be pushed further in. He just completely ignored this, and I'm too busy microing here. See, the bombs are about as bad as TMLs. I just lost a ton of units there. I have to pull back. I just kind of ignored those guys. I was trying to focus on not dying. My ACU was tanking hits from this point defense. This is when I should have pulled back immediately. I think I do, yeah. I pull back and I try to regroup. I have unit reinforcements moving in, but it's not going to be really much. I go for his core mexes, but I end up attacking his air factory at some point. I destroy one core mex and I end up attacking his air factory, so that way he won't be able to create more air. At first I didn't think about this. It is a bad idea, because obviously he can just rebuild the air factory for half the price on top of the debris, instead of his core mexes, which if you don't know, mass extractors kind of stack up over time, and then they get like a multiplier, and the longer they're placed down, the higher the multiplier. And if you destroy the first few mass extractors, then the mass income takes a heavy hit. He's got a gantry out now. I think I don't have one yet. He's always got me ahead on research, no matter what he does. But I get that air factory out, and I just pray that he doesn't rebuild it. Because he had a ton of land, I figured maybe he won't. I think he does eventually though. Yeah, he rebuilds the mass extractor and the air factory. He's got expansion up on the top over here. Speed it up now, it gets kind of boring here. I tried to push here, but I was afraid because I did not have that many units. He gets a second gantry out. Yeah, that was just like adding insult to injury. My commander is already pretty low on health, but I'm still trying to use him to fight. One mega's already about to be finished, and I'm kind of pushing up here. I still suck with micromanaging, but I'm able to at least separate my units sometimes to get away from bombs. I need to work on that still. But I've completely lost my force down here. All I have is a single adapter, which will do nothing since his air's up here, trying to prevent me from killing this area. I should have targeted the engineer first. That would have made that process a lot quicker. He threw down a research station at some point. I didn't notice that. Wow. First mega's out. This is when I've officially lost the game. Yeah, I lose. He just starts pushing me, and yeah, I think I just control K'd there because there was no winning it. Alright, here we are on the final game on Open Palms, and the final game of the casting for today. We have me as the Cybern ACU and Titan as the Aeon ACU this time. He left it on random and it picked Aeon. Normally, sometimes strategies are different. I was completely screwing up here. I completely paused my ACU. He went air. This game was kind of just me and Titan joking around, so there's not really much importance to it. Like, I was trying it first, and then I realized he was doing a stupid strategy. He went to air. You're never supposed to do that. I could completely wipe your entire base out because you have no defense against land. Yes, the bombers work, but like, they're not gonna work that well against a mass amount of units, especially if you micro them enough where they spread out and then the bombs just kill like one unit instead of 5. Like this. that's how you're supposed to do it. I accidentally goofed up a little bit and 2 died instead of 1, how it was supposed to. And then I just kind of pushed my way into his base. And I get scared and I walk away. I don't remember if I killed him in this one. There was definitely one game during this day that we did all these matches that I killed him. But I'm not sure if I saved the replay. He might have killed me on this one. But yeah, he bombs me again. And I have adapters at this point, so he's placing down his first land factory, and I just completely screw up the land factory. I don't let him build. And then I'm just kind of chasing his ACU around for a little while. The health is looking 8,000, 6,000, so I got the lead, but I only have adapters. I don't even have any real attacking forces other than my ACU. I have units back at the base, but I was focusing on trying not to kill my ACU. He throws down a PD. I use my adapters to distract the PD while I kill it with my ACU. He tries to bomb my adapters, but it doesn't end well. And for once, yeah, this was the game where I beat Titan. I push down middle. He doesn't see it because his radar's down. He eventually does see it because of his planes, so I just decided to push my ACU because I thought he was gonna bomb me to death. And then finally, I beat Titan the first time in like a week. But yeah, that is the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below saying you want to see more content like this. If you have any friendly comments about how I cast, let me know. I will take all the advice I can get. And with that, see ya.